Hello creation, hope you're well. I've just written this, it's just come through, it's only a short paragraph. It's called I Sit with Peace. With energies depleted, I must sit in silent contemplation, reflecting upon life's journey thus far. Experiences that have led me to this current moment of a life lived make ready the birthing of a brand new star. No focus upon the bullshit piffle paffle of the past, nor need to look toward avoidance as those of low vibration seek to fleece. Just being with Creator confirms this soul no longer lost. With this knowing, I accept my being, and gratefully, very, very gratefully, do I sit with peace. I really do recommend, if you can, just sitting down and sitting in peace. There comes a time in your life you'll know if you'll have had those moments, I don't doubt. Obviously depending on how old you are, because we learn a lot through age, don't we, and life experience. But there will be those times when the noise just leaves us. It's a resignation of that need to be doing instead of just being, it's a resignation, and it probably more than likely comes from the soul within, the higher self, the higher guidance that says, okay, just switch off for a little bit now. And we need to listen to that, don't we? I've got when it comes the time to stop fighting, stop trying, to make things happen, I think that becomes it can happen automatically. We don't have to. It's almost like the higher self just switches off the noise for us. I know there'll be some that can relate to this. Others will think I'm just waffling old bullshit, but it makes no difference. I know what I mean. So that peace that we get gifted, because it is a gift, and we must always see that as a gift, especially if you've got busy lives, if you get lost in the rat race, if the noise of the rat race and all of it is just constant bombardment. There comes a time when the soul is not being nourished by that, and the soul itself will say, time out. So, and that's what we must do. We must go with the flow. And if our soul is saying it's time for time out, we won't have any choice in it. We'll be provided with opportunities, and if we don't take them, they'll keep being presented to us until we're just switched off, and that's it. silence is so precious, and many of us don't embrace it whilst upon this journey of life, because we're led to believe that it's all about what's exterior to the self, so we work, we try to achieve, to succeed in attaining that of the material. And we can buy into it, into the illusion that it's all about the material. It's one of the most precious gifts that we can be blessed with is the realization and the acceptance that we are more than just the physical. Because believe me, that is a gift. When you can use your discernment when it comes to what's going off in the exterior, and you can you can just sort of avoid all the bullshit, and not get dragged into it, then it's really quite a gift, is that? It's a blessing. And it's something that many in their lifetimes more than likely won't achieve. They won't, because of the madness of it, of the illusion, because it can be quite a draining experience for the soul, dragged into the technology, hooked on the technology. How many I see walking down the street, I've mentioned this before, or going out to dinner, if there's couples sitting at a table not talking to each other and they're both on the phones. That's been going on for many years now. Whole families sitting at a table all on the phones. I've seen that before. Not conversing with each other. Maybe they're doing it on the phones. But there's a place for technology, obviously, but we mustn't forget our organic nature. We mustn't forget that. We mustn't. Because if we do, we become controlled by that illusion. Ever more so, and the deeper you get into it, the harder it will be to break away from it. And that's the challenge, really, is to regulate the time you spend buying into the illusion, being careful about what you buy into, regulating that, and never forgetting that you are more than just the material, flesh and blood, or remembering there's a mass awakening that's happening, and remembering, because we don't want humanity to be lost, do we? We don't want you to be lost. We want you to re-find yourselves. That's what we want. Right, anyway, that's it for now. Just try not to get too hooked on it all. Life's supposed to be fun. Take care.